there it is. I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Bad day at Liverpool today at night. Bad day on Merseyside against Everton. It really, really was. I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm still very, very angry with the result. And tonight I'm going to be doing the player ratings solely on my own. The lads are doing their thing, and do you know what? I think they deserve a break. The lads. You know what I mean? I think they've just about had a fucking enough as much as I have. But I have to do this. I have to get this player ratings done because I've started it many months and years now, and I've got to deliver. So I will be doing the player ratings tonight on my own, and we're going to be talking about today's game, which was fucking horrendous. I don't like to admit it, but it was absolutely shambolic, and I really would help. It would really help me greatly if you assist me as I do so. But let's start off at the beginning. Let's start off with this man, Lucas Fabianski. Put your ratings in for Lucas Fabianski tonight, people. For me, I don't think Fab was that bad today. I think Fab couldn't really do a lot with the goal. I think it's sort of it's a good goal from them. Poor defending from us, really. But I will say one thing. I do think that Fab was all right today. So I'm going to give Fab. I'll give Fab a 6, mate. I think he wasn't too bad. Like, do you know what I mean? He comes out for crosses. He released the ball early. He done some good saves. Yeah, I think 6 is about right. And you agree with me 100% with that 6. I wait for other people's ratings on it, but for me, yeah, I think a 6 is fair. I think 6 is where I'm at, and Snazzy also agrees with me also. So, yeah, 6 out of 10 for Fabianski. Let's move on to this man. Oh, my God. This is going to be fun. I don't know where to start with him. I really don't. Just wasteful. Like, does one good thing good, right, and then he does 2 good things crap. And yeah, listen, it'd be interesting to see what people rate him tonight on Cafal. But for me, I think he got told a new one by Damari Gray multiple times, and yeah, he's just we either need a centre half back at the club or we need Ben Johnson back. But it's either one of the two. Cafal isn't really cutting it for me at all in the slightest. Cafal, 5 out of 5, purely on his work rate, is always absolutely fine. It just has no quality. And 5, and as also you say, 5 is being very generous. I'm going to give him a low 5. I think I'm with you on that. It's not a 6. He wasn't absolutely incredibly bad enough to say a 4. So yeah, I'm with you on a 5. Hasn't got the pace to beat a man. I totally agree with you 100%. So, yeah, 5 out of 10 for Cafal for me. Richard's saying a 3, which is justifiable. But I think other players, I think it was worse in attack than defence today. I will say that. Cafal too slow, weak, a shadow of himself, 4. Yeah. I think we're sort of 5-4 range with Vladimir Cafal. Let's go over to the other side. Which is this man, Cresswell. Now, Cress. A lot of people say about why is he playing? Why is he in the team? Why ain't Emerson playing? I think he put some good crosses in, right? But for how many corners we had today, some of the people taking the corners were like the crosses was inconsistent. Like it'd be one good cross, 3 bad ones, and I felt Cresswell today was okay, just okay for me. Like not great, but not awful. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he was just okay. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10 for Cress. I don't think he really done anything productive like in that sort of with going forward. Defensively, I thought he got injured in the first sort of 10 minutes or 10, 15 minutes of the game. I was worried. Don't get me wrong, I really, really was. But I will say this: he had an okay game. Like, I think he handled Gordon pretty well on that side, so I'll give him his due there. So yeah, I'll give him a 5 out of 10 for Chris. Let's see what everyone else is saying. 5, 4, 6 for Chris Will. We say it so many times, hasn't got the legs anymore. Not his fault, he's picked, but he just hasn't got the legs for it. Totally agree. Chris Well, corners were terrible. You don't take out swinging corners. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, listen, please put your comments in when we're rating these people, because I'm writing solo tonight, so I want to hear the thoughts of everyone tonight. Yeah, 5 out of 10 for me, for him. Let's go to our centre halves. Let's start off with this man, Mr. Kirk Zuma. Had a bet on him today. 28-1. I fancied him to score, and he had that header, and it just wasn't. There's no power in it. There's direction, but there's no power in it. And yeah, I thought he was decent today. Like, I really did. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think the two centre halves were poor, like, in any stretch of the imagination. I think Kira was a bit sort of does silly little things, but I did think Zuma played really well today. Right, so I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I think he was decent, Zuma. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it was a solid game. I think he handled Mopay best he can, even though he scored. But I don't think the goal is Zuma's fault. I think it's more Kira's fault and Rice as a pair. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I think he was one of our best players today, if not our best player. Let's see what you think. Iron says 7, 8. Best player in our team out of a bad bunch, solid. 7, I agree. 7 again. Ryan says 8. 7. Oh, cool. You're going with a 5. If that's hopefully that's for Chris, not for Zuma. But yeah, listen, I think we were all sort of in that sort of ballpark. 7. I don't think he's an 8. I don't think anyone's an 8 today, if I'm being honest. But I will say this: I do think he had a good game. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Kirk Zuma. Moving on to one of my most favourite players at West Ham at the minute is this man, Kera. I like this kid. I think his reading of the game's good. He's good tackling. His awareness is good. I think the goal, he should come out a bit quicker, but I think Declan and him are a bit sort of too slow to it, if I'm being honest. But we need a centre half back at this club. We can get Kafal out of the door. This man can go over to the right-hand side, and then we can get two centre halves in Zuma and Aguerd, or Zuma and Dawson. But I do like Kira. I really, really do. Let's see what you are saying in the chat before I get to my rating. 8.5. Whoa, fair enough, mate. 7, a 6, a 7, a 3, 4. I don't know. That's a bit strong. You know what I mean? Calmness. Yeah, totally agree. Can actually play football. Totally agree with Ryan on that. Also, this man can actually play football. Typical German, mate. German efficiency. Really was. Solid 6, though. Forming a good partnership there with you. Yeah. Kira was okay at time 6. I'm going to give him a 7. I really am. I think the pair of them weren't that bad today. And I think they both get the same rating for me. So a 7 out of 10. I think it's fair for the pair of them. I don't think anyone was that bad today in sort of defensive aspect. I think defensively we was pretty okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Going forward, we was absolutely shocking. Let's be honest here. So yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for Kira. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one there. So brace yourselves. If you're new around here, brace yourself for this one. Thomas Souček. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with him. Dreadful. He had a pass, and I was doing like a Discord thing with the lads, and he had a pass inside for Antonio, and he decides to go on the outside to someone else. I can't remember who it was. It was just poor. It was just poor. He's just static. He's just he's just robotic. The Mitchell was right. Listen, for how much Mitchell gets a lot of stick, one thing I will say, Mitchell was bang on the money when it comes to Souček, and he's bang on the money again today. He was just dreadful, mate. He really, really was. Let's see what you are going to say on here about him. Richard says a 4. Joe says a 2. Oh, you know, 4. 2. Had a shirt and shorts on. 2. 4. I'm fed up with this now. Knees dropped. Totally agree. Suchek wasn't our worst player. I agree on that. I think there's another player who's fucking terrible. Suchek the fuck man. What the hell is man at times? 4. So we also have 4s and 2s. I'm gonna give him. I think Onana. That's why I wanted Onana at West Ham, because I just think Onana just went straight through him. I'm gonna give him a 4. I don't think he's a 2. I don't think. Right, I don't think he was absolutely incredibly unbelievably shit. He was shit. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'll give him a 4 out of 10 to be sort of respectful. It's me being ultra respectful, really, if I'm being honest. Suchek, worst player by a country mile. I don't know, mate. There's another player that I'm going to get to. I can't wait to get to him. So yeah, I'm going to say a 4 out of 10 for me, and for all the yous also. So let's get this off. Let's go here and let's go to the captain of the day, which is this man, Declan Rice. I thought Declan had a pretty good game, if I'm being honest. He looked different today. He looked like he was up for it. He was on it. But yeah, again, he's carrying his fucking team. And there was I remember someone pointed out to me, and they said that he had his hands up in the air when he passed the ball to Suchek, and Suchek goes and passes the ball back to someone, and he misplaces the pass, and Everton are in. And Cafu has to try and sweep up and end up really giving away a foul. And Declan's looking at him and saying, what are you doing? I think sometimes you've got to look at your partner. And I think Declan's with someone who really isn't cutting it at present. I need to see Flynn Downs in this team in front of Suchek, and I think you allow Declan Rice to be a completely different player and a better player at that. I thought Declan was okay today, though. I'm going to give him a high 6, just not a 7 for me. I did think he was a decent, and then towards the end, it just sort of filtered out. But I'm going to give him a high 6. I'm going to get your rating to see what you think on him. Oh, 5. Ooh, 4, 5. I don't know. I think he was better than a 5. He was better than Kufel and Cresswell for me by a country mile. What is his tactics make all the players look far worse than they actually are? I agree with Joe, 6/7, but I've gone for a 6. Rice, 6, quiet game. 5 for Irons. We've got Rice, 6, quiet game by his standards. 5. Kufel was a 3, yeah. Rice, 7, needed better support in midfield. I totally agree with that. Something's really wrong behind the scenes. Any ideas? Mark Noble, I think, was one of the reasons, mate. Because Mark Noble wouldn't be having this. And Todd brought it up on the afterthought. Mark Noble would not be having this situation at all. And he would be getting into these players. And I think a lot of these players are not playing for the shirt. They're playing for the pound note, some of them. It's gone back to the sort of Pellegrini type thing. But I'll get onto that towards the end. So Declan Rice is a 6 from me. High 6 from me. Let's go into our attacking options. We had 4 attacking options today. We had Bowen, Fornals, Paqueta, and Antonio. And I am going to start off with this man, Pablo Fornals. Absolutely shocking, overrated, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't want to go in on Pablo because people will say James has got an agenda against Pablo Fornals. But for me, what did he really do? What does he really do on that sort of side? Yeah, he's not a winger. He's not a left-sided winger. I'm sorry, but he's not. He's an industrial midfielder that I've always said from minute one. I've said it from minute one. I've had stick. I've had a lot of abuse over Pablo Fornals. He's better in a free. He's an industrial midfielder who breaks play up, moves the ball, passes the ball well. He doesn't beat a man. He doesn't score many goals, if ever. Do you know what I'm saying? He might score 1 goal, win a game, and everyone's raving about him. I thought today he was one of our worst players on the pitch, if not the worst player on the pitch for us. And for that matter, I'm giving him a 3 out of 10. That's me being kind. I thought he was a shambles. He really, really was. He's been fit. He come on the other day for a few minutes. He should be raring to go, and he just got bullied and fucking manhandled by their lot. He really, really did. So I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Let's see what you were saying about Pablo today. A 3. Fair enough, mate. I'm with you on that. 1, can't pass or tackle. 4, he's a player who's out of position week in, week out. I think he should know that position now, though, Joe. One thing I will say to you, mate, is I do think he should know that position. He's played that position multiple times, and I just think he was just poor today, Joe, if I'm being honest. I don't think the position comes into it. Fornells expects to track back as a winger, and he's not that. Fornells is a central midfielder. I agree with you. Industrial midfielder for me, mate. Always called it. Fornells was crap. He's been the first on the team sheet next match, along with Antonio, Bowen, and Souček. Totally agree with Ulster Irons there. 100% bang on the money on that comment. He could do well next to Rice. I agree. Bowen was the worst. I'm with you on that, but I'll get to him shortly. I agree, shambles. Let's get down to your comments. Ryan says -1. -1, mate. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm going to give him a 3 because I don't want to go sort of mega in on him, but don't believe the hype. That's all I'll say. Like, he might sing bubbles to his kid. I love that, yeah? But we all sing bubbles to our kids. Right? Do you know what I mean? If we've got kids or whatever. Yeah. But for me, he's just not he's not a left-sided winger. Let's put it like that. And it shows, in my opinion. 2.5 for him. Fornells will get goals and assists if he plays in a tight place, but today wasn't a good day. 4. Fair enough from you. And Fornells, 0 from Scotty Venn. Totally agree. Totally agree, mate. Let's move on, though, to this man who I was shocked with today. Paqueta. I don't know where to start with Paqueta today. I've seen him play against Chelsea, FCSB, Silkeborg, and now I've seen him play against Everton. He does not look like a £51 million player to me. He just doesn't look it. Do you know what I mean? He does a few good things well, don't get me wrong, but today he looked slow. He looked like a couple of yards off the pace. Just didn't look right today, in my opinion. Really did not look right. I don't want to go overly in on him. I don't. And I don't want to be harsh on him, but I expect more from him today. Really did, especially against Everton, who have not won a game all season until they play West Ham United Football Club. So it says it all. So I want to see what your ratings are today before I give my rating. And I am going to run through them as I'm here. All right, where are we? 4, 5. Paqueta, poor. I've not seen anything special yet. Totally agree with Ulster, 100%. 5. Paqueta needs to be playing on the attacking team, not this boring way Moyes plays. He has no support. I think I don't know about that. I think today, certain things he just done poor. Really did. And I was pushing for him to be further forward today, not sitting back as like a midfielder. I thought he was poor today. 5. For where he had to play 6 because he's playing as a fucking CDM. Paqueta kept losing the ball. It's a 2 for me. Or 2. Paqueta is way too deep. Yeah, he needs to be further forward. Why is Berra not starting for you lot? He's one of your best players. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing on that, mate. I'll get to that later. 5, 3.5, 5. A lot of 5s, a lot of 3.5s. I would go 4 out of 10 for Paqueta. I expect more from a £51 million Brazilian international. I'm sorry, I do. And I didn't see nothing today. Didn't see nothing at all from Paqueta. Really didn't. And it's a worry. It is a worry because he's a lot of money. Spent a lot of money on this man. And he isn't cutting it at the minute. He really isn't. So I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I think in an attacking threat, he was just non-existent and he got hooked on the 60th minute mark. Right. Let's go to this man. And this is going to break me down a little bit, this one. Jared Bowen. I don't know where to start on this man either. I really, really don't. Last season, he started off slow, very, very slow at West Ham. Then, towards the back end of October, beginning of November, he kicked into gear, started scoring goal, and then he just, that's it, boom, he was away. Absolute away. This season, it is like he's had the powers sucked out of him, and he just does not know how to be a footballer anymore. He doesn't do the basics well. He done one good pass today that I can vouch for. Yeah, that when he cut inside, he passed it on the ground, and Connor Cody swept it away for a corner. Other than that, he done absolutely nothing, and it's a major concern. I don't know. I don't like to say he's been tapped up by teams, because I don't think that team will pay the money West Ham want for him at present. Like, not the way he's playing, and how he's got his England place from this season's performances. I don't know. But on today's performance, I thought he was absolutely shocking. He really, really was. Like, he's one of Moyes' favourites, and I can understand it. I really, really can. But there comes a time where this man has to be dropped eventually, and like be given a wake up call. Like, you can't consistently be playing bad and still carry on being picked. But that's down to Moyes, and I'll get to Moyes later on. So let's see what your comments say about Jared Bowen. Let's start off with this. Richard, 3, 3, 4, 3. All 4 again. Yeah, I agree. 4. Bowen, 2. Can't beat a man there. Lost all ability. I totally agree. Bowen, 5. He hasn't turned up this season. Shouldn't be in the England squad. Totally agree. Doesn't deserve a rating. Whew. Strong opinions here tonight, I must admit. 4. What we got? Bowen, a 1, a 4, and a 2 that I've got there. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I thought he was shite, just nothing. Do you know what I mean? There is a problem that we do have at West Ham at the minute, and I've said it for a long time. People were shutting me down and saying that I was talking bollocks. And the problem is favouritism at West Ham United Football Club. I feel that there's favouritism creeping in, where players are being picked consistently over and over again because of last year. Now, you got to forget last year, because last year's been and gone. This year, 7 games, he hasn't performed, in my opinion, and he should have been dropped a long time ago, in my opinion. So before I move on, totally took the words out of my mouth, mate. Totally took my words out of my mouth. Before I move on to Antonio, please, can you, everyone, just go over and smash a like on the video, just to cheer me up. It will go a long way. It will really help me out greatly, and all the lads who come on this channel. So yeah, please jump over there, smash a like on the video, and subscribe if you're new around here. Mikel Antonio is next on the list. Slightly disappointed with him today, because I didn't see nothing. He's had plenty of time to rest and recuperate from FCSB, because he did play on Thursday night, and this is his game on the Sunday. But I felt some things he done okay, and there's some things he was just awful, and he just had no service. And I think people just know how to defend Antonio. Do you know what I mean? Now, like, they've sussed him out. Be interested to see what your comments say on Antonio today. Oh dear, what we got here? We've got a 6, a 5, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 5, another 5. Hi James, thank you very much, mate. People are saying 6s and 5s. I'll wait a little bit longer and see what everyone else thinks, but it's looking like a 5. Antonio, same old, not a striker. And the whole world knows it. Except boys. Great comment. 7. battled well, but Moyes is ruined. He's ruined by this guy. I'm not giving. No way. I'm giving him a 7 irons. I know that for certain. I'm going to give him a high 5. Just not a 6 for me. It's not a 6. I think some things he does good, some things he just does bad. And it's the same old cliche over and over again. It really, really is. Let's be fair to all the team. Useless, all of them. All of them. I don't know, though, usual suspects. I will say one thing. A few of them can hold their heads up high tonight, coming down the M6 or the M1 or wherever they're coming from. Because I think a lot of our attackers today was fucking dreadful, if I'm being honest. Right, let's go to the subs. Let's start off with this man. Skamaka comes on. Yeah, again, no end product, no feeding off scraps. Didn't really affect the game. I'm going to give him a standard rating of a 5. Just there's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? What did he really do in the time he come on? Not a lot for me. Let's see what everyone else thinks in the chat about Skamaka. 5. 4. We have a 4 from Sam. No service for our strikers. Totally agree with you there, mate. 100%. Another 5. A 3.5. Wow. 4. You know, he's bad, I must admit. Another one. 5. Living off. Yeah. And that and all. What we got? That is it, I think. Yeah, we've got 5s and a bit. Hard to say, not enough time to make an impact. 5. Yeah, listen. He's another one. A lot of money we paid for this man. And he hasn't really... He does it in the conference, but he's not doing it in the Prem. It's like when we spent all that money on a conference player, because that's what it seems like he is at the minute. As I say, standard 5 for me, for him. From me. Now, this one's going to be interesting because some things he done good, some things he done shite. Right? Is this man, Saeed Benrahma. I'm going to start with the negatives first. Man can't cross a ball. So why is he taking corners? That's the first thing I'm going to say. Shouldn't be taking corners at all. He's a bit weak in the challenge sometimes, but the positive side of it, he loves a shot, and he did get a shot on target or towards the goal, but it's the post. He's a bright spark, Benny, and I think his favouritism in Moyes is showing because Benny hasn't really been that bad this season. He really, really hasn't. And I've backed Benny up from minute 1. I mean, literally fucking minute 1. I've had to deal with stick and abuse and everything, yeah? But I've consistently backed this man up. I think it's time for a change in personnel from the start 11, and I think Benny should come in. Well, I think he deserves a chance to come in and play with Paqueta and whoever's up front, Skamaka. But I'm going to give him a high 5. Again, just not a 6 for me. Right? I think he's done well, though. I will say that. I'll tell you what, I will give him a 6. Right? I will give him a 6. I think for him coming on, he hit the post. He done more than what a lot of our attackers done in the first half. I will say that. So, yeah, I will give him a 6. I think he deserves a 6. So, yeah, I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Benrahma should not have been dropped. Moyes doesn't like it. I totally agree. 6. Useless like everyone else. 4. Very harsh. Did hit the post, Richard. I'll just say that. Benrahma should start. 6, 6, 6 out of 10. What we got here? Another 6. We got 6, 6. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on a 6 for him tonight. 6.5 for Benny. Yeah. I think Benny would have done all right, done okay today when he came on. Moving on to, where is he? Where's this man? Maxwell Cornet, or Cornet, however you want to pronounce it. Comes on. His control sometimes is painful to watch. But, yet again, another one comes on, and within like the first few moments, he's having shots, he's making the keeper work. He did have one of the best chances for West Ham when he goes through and he shoots straight at Bekovic. But other than that, Cornet's frustrating figure in the Prem at the minute. He just can't seem to get going in there. I would like to see him start again. Just something fresh, something new, like something where, you know what, give the geezer a go. Do you know what I'm saying? He can't be any worse than how we're playing right now. A different mindset, like just fresh ideas and something like that. I'm going to give him, because his control sometimes was so bad, like it really, really was. So I'm going to give him a 5. That is a high 5 for me, just not a 6. I think he was decent when he come on. He tried, but he was just, there was nothing there. Was there really? Let's be honest. So let's go Cornet, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. Cornet, solid 6. Whoa. I think he was decent, but I won't say he's. I'll say a high 5. It's not a 6 for me. 5, 5. Yeah, I think that's everyone. That's everyone saying it on that. Boys has the quality to pick from, and we get these piss poor performances. Not good enough. Totally agree, mate. Listen, I'm with all of you tonight. Listen, I'm doing this through sheer pain because I called this a long time ago with certain things, but we will get onto that shortly. He missed a easy goal. I think you're being overly critical there, mate, but I can understand it. Cornet 5 looks like another end zone, clumsy. Yeah, I'm with you. Right, let's leave that. There's no point really doing Emerson. He comes on for literally 90 seconds, which was baffling. So there's no point doing him. And I don't think there was any other subs who come on today, from what I remember. So we will go to the last 2 ratings of the evening. Let's start with this man. The referee. I thought the referee was okay. Right, I see people criticising the ref. Well, don't get me wrong, he pulled up some silly little stuff, but I wouldn't say the ref was that bad today. I'm going to give him. I'll give him a 6. I think he was all right. Like I think the ref was okay today. I really did. Do you know what I'm saying? People, I think, are agreeing with me. 6, 6. We got a 7. 7 from Oliver. 7. Yeah, I'll give him a 6. I don't always like to praise the refs, but yeah. Jimbo, can you do a space tonight with Elton, Alfie, Affers, and all the lads? I would do tonight, mate, but I think everyone's so busy tonight. I think it's because everyone's treated like a bank holiday weekend. So I will do a space in the next week at some point during the week, and I will go through a few things with a few people and just see what everyone thinks. Because a lot of people were criticising certain individuals on Twitter, saying, "Oh, you're being too negative." We're not being fucking negative now, are we? Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So the referee is a 6, a 7 there. Right. That is the referee done. Final rating of the evening from me, and it is this man, Mr. David Moyes. Right. First of all, I'm going to start off. 4-2-3-1. I like to change the system. Yeah. He changed the system around. He didn't go 5 at the back. He went 4-2-3-1. Yeah. First half, we didn't get going. Well, shit. But so did Everton. Everton really didn't do a lot. We didn't do a lot. Fair enough. But at half time, I expected at least one change there because some of the personnel on the pitch for West Ham United Football Club was absolutely shocking. Absolutely. Yeah. So to come out second half and not make one sub and literally just sit there and think, I don't know what he's seeing when we wasn't good in the first half. Certain individuals wasn't good, and to not change it around to benefit us was appalling. He's appalling. I do believe Moyes has got a lot of favourites, and I've always said that for a long, long time. But these favourites are affecting the team now. It's okay with favourites at the club, and Mitchell said this to me before. It's okay with favourites, but as long as you're winning. If you're losing, then it becomes very, very cliquey. I think some of the treatment of some of the new players has been borderline shocking, if I'm being honest. Like Cornet doesn't get a chance in the starting lineup when Bowen's playing, and he's playing awful. Skamaka is in, he's out. We don't know we don't know what's going on with him. I think Paqueta's been just chucked in because he's the most expensive player. So I don't know how to assess Moyes tonight. One thing I will say about Moyes, and I will leave it to the end because I will get to your comments shortly, is that I think he's running out of time. I really do. Like, and I'm not one to just want him out the door, but today I was sitting there, I was thinking, surely we can find better than this. Surely we can play better than this with a better manager at present who's more attack minded. And how can we spend £170 million on talent and look 10 times worse than we look now? It's just poor. It really is. I will get to my rating at the end. So let's start off with. Right, we've gone to the ref. I'm coming down now. We are here. Moyes doesn't get a rating. Just get him out. I'm sort of with you there, mate. Moyes, I backed him all the way, but enough is enough. Needs to be sacked on Tuesday. I believe, Ulster, if you want me to be honest, this is me being truthfully honest now, I believe in the next 2 weeks, the board will be looking at managers. Yeah, I do. And I believe if we lose against Wolves on the 1st of October, I think he'll go. I think he'll be gone. Because what it is, he's under a lot of pressure now. Spent a lot of money. And let's be honest, this year, we've got 4 points. Yeah. Villa, we was lucky to win that game. Lucky. It was going into a 0-0 draw. And then we get a draw against Spurs. But that's embarrassing, really. Like, we shouldn't be just turning up against Spurs. So I'm with you, mate. I'm with you on that. The only reason the ref gets a higher score is because we always lose. Yeah. 4, Moyes out. Minus 69 million. Bye-bye. Out. What we got here? Pochettino. Minus 10. Minus 10 for Moyes tonight. It is a shame how it's going, but listen, I feel it with you. Do you know what I'm saying? I do get what you're saying. I think sometimes you can defend him, but I think today he's indefendable. Today, in my opinion. 3, poor starting 11, slow with the changes, no change of system. Moyes gets a 0 from Scotty Van. Great comment. Where the fuck is Flynn Downs? Where is Flynn Downs? All right, let's be honest. Has a great game against FC SB. We don't see him again. Another Crowell situation again. Difference is, Downs pisses all over Crowell. So where is he? Unbelievable. I don't like this, man. A long time no see. Oh, fair enough. He does it all the time as well, James. I'm coming with him, staying, but only till we get a quality one in. Yeah, I agree, mate. Drops an 8 against Bucharest, then not seen again. I totally agree with the Flynn Downs situation. I really do. Let's just kind of skip down to the bottom, people. Hold on 1 second. Awful game to watch, to be honest. Totally agree. Can't defend indefensible. Totally agree. Listen, I'm going to rate Moyes today. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. That's being kind. Yeah. I don't think the personnel were bad at the start, if I'm being honest. 4-2-3-1, it's attack minded. I was expecting the players to step up and perform. I really was. But we lost the game. And we lost the game, and he doesn't make no changes. He's under fucking pressure, mate. He really, really is. And if he does bail out at West Ham the way he's going, it's going to be a sad day. It will be a sad day. So I'm going to give Moyes a 4 out of 10 from me. Let me sort of round this up. So that is it for the player ratings on today's game. Moving forward, I honestly don't know what to say. I've done the YouTube game for quite a long time, and I'm being honest with you, I'm starting to be lost for words with Moyes. I really am. When I look at the situation at present with Moyes, I look at him, and he's like He's got all these top players, and he's acting like a bottom end manager. Yeah, we don't get me wrong. He's had 2 amazing years, but you can't keep using that to sort of counter what is going on right now. Tom said it a long time ago, right? He said, "Oh, James, don't worry. It's just a blip. It's just a blip. It's not a blip now. It's becoming a problem." And the problem is we've got a manager in charge who is A, very, very stubborn. 2, he's got his favourites. And 3, does not know his best team. How can you not know your best team after 7 games, plus European games? You should know your best team by now. You really, really should. I think the next 2 weeks is key to West Ham. I really, really do. I don't want West Ham to go out and sack Moyes and go and bring in someone who's worse or a defensive-minded coach. I don't want that. But what I do want is to see something else. But West Ham haven't played well, and someone put it in my chat earlier on today. They turned around and said that last time I see West Ham play decent was Liverpool at home, like last October. I totally agree. Fair enough. Take the Europa League out of the situation because we was good in the Europa League. Yeah, but that's game by game situation in Europa League. In the Premier League, we have not played well for a hell of a long time, and this is relegation form. If we continue going the way we're going down, and I am worried. Do you know what I mean? Because as I've always said, West Ham are never too good not to go down. Do you know what I mean? I've seen 2003. Anyone who remembers 2003 with the talent we had, we went down. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that was heartbreaking. Now, I just don't know what else more I can say. Like, I'll have a look at the comments and see what everyone says. Do you know what I mean? But a blip doesn't last 10 months. I totally agree. And I do remember that. I'll never forget when someone said that to me, and I was like, "This is not a blip. This is a problem. It's starting to become a problem." Well, it's our joint worst start we have ever had. And the last time is we got relegated. Yeah, GSB would be have considered your request, Ryan. Yeah. Let's have a look before I wrap this up. I said it weeks ago. And it seems like Moyes is doing it on purpose, and other people are saying the same now. I'm so worried we will sink to salvation. Yeah. It must be soul destroying sitting on the bench while out of form players get an odd every week. Yeah, listen, I totally agree. I'm going to leave it at that, though. I am going to leave it at that. Listen, I really do appreciate everyone in the chat. I've had like 97 people watching me currently right now, and I really do appreciate every single one of you. Please do smash a like on the video. It goes a long way, really helps me out. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. I'm disappointed. My final thought on this, as I always do, is that I'm disappointed, but I've had a feeling this has been coming. Like I said it the other week to the lads, and they said, "Don't worry, James, it's fine." Like it's just it's the start of the season. It's the 4th game. It's the 5th game. It's the 6th game. Now it is the 7th game in the Premier League. We've got 4 points out of a possible amount max. I think Moyes is in danger, big time. And I think if a manager makes himself available to West Ham United Football Club right now, I think Moyes is not here for the Wolves game. I do believe if the Wolves game goes against us, I think Moyes will go. I don't think West Ham have time to wait around for Moyes to get this right. I believe they spent a lot of money and they're going to want a return on that money at some point, and they should be looking at a return because West Ham in the Championship isn't any value to anyone. And Kadinsky could look at it and go, "You know what? I'll take your money. I'll go somewhere else," because he hasn't got no loyalty to West Ham. You know what I'm saying? So the next 2 weeks are going to be hard for every West Ham fan up and down the land. Like literally seeing our team just like fucking shit, basically. But I think maybe a break will do everyone the world of good. Come back fresh after the international break and it's full steam ahead up to the World Cup. But I will say this: Moyes, your stubbornness has got to stop. It's got to stop now. If you are in this job moving forward, you have got to eat a bit of humble pie and play the likes of Syed Ben Rama. Flynn Downs. Flynn Downs has done nothing wrong. Literally nothing wrong whatsoever. He sits on that bench. And I do feel sorry for Flynn Downs, yeah? Because I think this is becoming a favouritism thing rather than a player thing. Now, it's like everything. Like when you're trying to get your foot in the door, it gets frustrating after a little while. And maybe someone fresh coming in as a manager could change that. I don't want Moyes to go. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see how this is improving. I haven't seen us in 7 games this year in the Premier League play at all well. At all well. Like the games that we've got points out of, we've had spells in games where we've played okay and we've nicked a goal. Yeah, but we haven't played well like throughout most of the games. Like we really, really haven't. And people look at the Forest game and say, "Oh yeah, they got lucky, but we lost." Like Chelsea, we was leading, but we lost. Forget VAR for a second, but we still lost the game from a winning position. Last 3 games in all competitions, we've conceded first, and we've pulled back 2 of them. And today was the wake-up call that we all needed. And we can't keep going 1-0 down and expecting to turn it around every week. So we will see what happens in the near future. But as I say, keep the faith, everyone, because it is so hard at the minute. It really, really is. And yeah, try and enjoy your Bank Holiday Monday if you're watching Night to do with the Queen and everything. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Look after each other. And yeah, I'll catch you again in the next one. West Ham fucking will be the death for me, mate. Trust me. All the best.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.